I'm sure you've heard the news. President Donald Trump recently announced a highly ambitious defense initiative named the Golden Dome. It is envisioned as a next-generation missile defense system based in space. Its core purpose is to shield the entire United States from global missile threats. This signals a major shift in American defense strategy. The Golden Dome aims to provide an impenetrable protective layer over the nation. The scale of this proposal is immense, promising comprehensive protection. It represents a significant leap beyond existing capabilities. The Golden Dome seeks to create a robust barrier against various missile threats. It suggests a departure from solely ground-based systems. Instead, it looks towards space to detect and neutralize threats. This reflects growing concern about advanced missile technologies. The name Golden Dome evokes a sense of impenetrable security. The concept harkens back to Cold War defense ideas. The Golden Dome leverages advancements in satellite technology and AI. These tools offer new possibilities for a comprehensive defense network. The announcement has sparked debate among policymakers and experts. The Golden Dome's defensive architecture relies on advanced space-based technology. The system is designed to operate as a multi-layered shield with a vast constellation of satellites. These satellites would be equipped with sophisticated sensors for early threat detection and interceptor missiles. The core idea is to identify and destroy hostile missiles during their initial stages of flight, known as the boost phase. This phase occurs shortly after launch, making interception particularly effective if achievable. The Golden Dome aims to counter a broad spectrum of missile threats, including hypersonic missiles. From orbit, interceptors could theoretically respond more quickly and effectively than ground-based systems. The system's design anticipates threats originating from any point on the globe. A key operational feature is its capacity for early interception, targeting missiles in their boost phase. This approach reduces the risk of debris falling on Allied territory and increases the probability of a successful intercept. The space-based sensors would provide continuous global surveillance, offering persistent monitoring for missile launches. The integration of these capabilities is central to the project's defensive philosophy. The financial implications of the Golden Dome project are staggering. Initial estimates suggest the total cost could reach $542 billion over 2 decades. This includes design, development, deployment, and long-term operation. President Trump allocated $25 billion to kickstart the initiative. The total estimated cost for construction and deployment is around $175 billion. The economic feasibility and sustainability will be a major point of contention. The leadership structure for the Golden Dome project is envisioned to be spearheaded by high-ranking officials within the U.S. military, particularly from the U.S. Space Force. President Trump announced that General Michael Guetlein would oversee the development and implementation of this complex initiative. The Space Force's expertise in satellite operations and space domain awareness will be critical to the project's success. The U.S. Space Force is slated to be the primary agency responsible for coordinating the deployment of the vast satellite constellation. It will also manage the integration of the Golden Dome system with existing U.S. defense infrastructure. This involves working closely with other branches of the military and various defense agencies. General Stephen Whiting, the commander of U.S. Space Command, has emphasized the foundational importance of space for such a system. He has highlighted the ongoing collaboration among different branches of the Department of Defense. The oversight structure will likely involve multiple layers, including congressional committees responsible for defense appropriations and national security. Given the project's immense cost and strategic significance, lawmakers are expected to maintain close scrutiny over its progress. Transparency and accountability will be crucial to maintaining political and public support. President Trump has articulated a notably ambitious timeline for the Golden Dome project. He stated that the system could become operational within 3 years, aiming for functionality by the end of a potential second presidential term in 2029. This ambitious target sets a challenging pace for the engineers, scientists, and military personnel involved. However, many defense experts and analysts have expressed skepticism regarding the feasibility of achieving full operational capability by 2029. While some components might be deployable within a few years, the more complex aspects are expected to take considerably longer. Developing, testing, and deploying thousands of sophisticated interceptor satellites presents enormous technological and logistical hurdles. It is more likely that the Golden Dome would see a phased deployment. Initial phases might focus on establishing the satellite-based sensor network. This could provide an interim benefit while the more challenging interceptor technologies are matured. Subsequent phases would involve the gradual deployment of the space-based interceptors. This approach allows for iterative development, testing, and refinement. The timeline is further complicated by the inherent uncertainties in developing cutting-edge technologies. While the name Golden Dome may echo Israel's Iron Dome, the two concepts are fundamentally different. Israel's Iron Dome is designed to counter short-range rockets, artillery shells, and mortars. It operates primarily at lower altitudes and is tailored to protect specific, relatively small geographical areas. In contrast, the Golden Dome is designed to protect the entire continental United States. The threats it aims to counter are far more sophisticated, including intercontinental ballistic missiles and hypersonic missiles. These threats travel at much higher speeds and altitudes, necessitating a different technological approach. The Golden Dome relies primarily on space-based assets rather than land-based radar and interceptor batteries. The Iron Dome utilizes ground-based radar to detect incoming projectiles and launches interceptor missiles from mobile batteries. The Golden Dome must provide a shield over a continent, requiring a persistent global surveillance capability. This necessitates a constellation of satellites for detection and interception. The Iron Dome is a tactical defense system proven effective in its specific context. The Golden Dome is a proposed strategic defense system of unprecedented ambition. A defining feature of the Golden Dome proposal is its reliance on stationing interceptor capabilities directly in space. This marks a significant departure from traditional missile defense architectures. To achieve continuous global coverage, an incredibly large and complex network of satellites would be essential. Early assessments suggest that this network might require as many as 16,000 orbiting interceptor satellites. The necessity for such a vast number of satellites stems from the principles of orbital mechanics. Interceptor satellites in lower orbits are constantly moving relative to the Earth's surface. To ensure effective coverage, a dense and widely distributed constellation is required. The logistical task of deploying, maintaining, and coordinating thousands of satellites presents a monumental challenge. Each satellite would need to be launched into its precise orbit. Furthermore, satellites have finite lifespans and require periodic replacement or servicing. The sheer number of proposed satellites also raises concerns about space debris and the sustainability of the orbital environment. Careful planning for deorbiting or safely disposing of satellites at the end of their operational lives would be crucial. The Golden Dome initiative carries profound strategic and political implications for the United States and the global balance of power. A primary aim of the project is to reassert American dominance in the domain of space. This is largely seen as a response to the rapidly evolving missile threats posed by nations such as China and Russia. By proposing such a comprehensive shield, the U.S. signals its intent to neutralize these emerging threats. However, the project has been met with considerable skepticism and concern. Lawmakers and international observers have raised questions about its massive projected cost and ambitious scope. A significant worry is that the deployment of such a space-based weapon system could provoke an arms race in space. Beyond the geopolitical ramifications, the Golden Dome faces formidable technological challenges. Building such a system requires multiple layers of highly advanced technology. This includes developing sophisticated satellite communication networks and highly agile interceptors. The logistical tasks of placing, maintaining, and coordinating thousands of satellites in orbit are monumental. Overcoming these technological hurdles will require sustained innovation and significant investment. Thank you for watching. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe our channel for upcoming updates.